From the moment, the BMW X5 Le Mans is more insane than any supercar hits your screen, you sense BMW's bold statement. This is not your everyday SUV. The video sets an electrifying tone, casting the Le Mans as an automotive oddity, an SUV that dared to break every convention by cramming a Le Mans winning V12 endurance engine into rugged SUV bones. It's a concept that begs the question, can an SUV really be supercar insane? Let's dive in to find out. Paragraph 2. Origins and the V12 powerhouse. The story began back in 2000, an era when BMW was eager to flex its motorsport legacy on public roads. At the Geneva Motor Show, BMW unveiled a one-off concept, the X5 Le Mans, powered by the 6.1-liter S73 V12 engine derived from the Le Mans winning V12 LMR prototype racer. While the endurance racer produced around 580 horsepower, restricted by air intake limiters, this SUV was even more ferocious, outputting a staggering over 700 horsepower. With 720 Nm, almost equals 531 lb-ft, of torque on tap, the Le Mans was no longer a family-friendly utility, it was a brute force statement. Paragraph 3. Performance feats and dynamics. With such insane horsepower in a heavy SUV, you'd expect its performance to be underwhelming, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The Le Mans sprinted from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 4.6 to 4.7 seconds, depending on the source. More incredible still, when BMW test driver Hans-Joachim Stuck drove the lighter, two-seat version on the Nürburgring Nordschleife, he hit a blistering 193 miles per hour, 311 km per hour. That speed places the Le Mans among the fastest SUVs, even faster than many modern hyper-SUVs. Paragraph 4. Engineering mastermind. BMW MGmbH went to extraordinary lengths to control that power. The Le Mans featured four-wheel drive, a 6-speed manual gearbox, carbon ceramic brakes, 20-inch BBS LM wheels, lowered suspension by approximately 30 mm, and a stripped-out interior with Recaro bucket seats and sable harnesses. These modifications helped tame the weight, still hefty at about 2,130 kilograms, 4,695 pounds, and turn what could have been a lumbering monster into a surprisingly agile performer. Paragraph 5. Audio-visual presentation and video highlights. The YouTube video delivers more than facts, it immerses you in the visceral experience. Viewers are treated to the thunderous growl of that V12, captured in high-definition audio, each rev bearing the engine's raw energy. The walk-around segments show off the purposeful design, flared arches, aggressive stance, carbon fiber vents, and racing-ready wheels. Inside, the cabin is minimalistic, reinforcing its experimental, purpose-built nature as shown in the video. Paragraph 6. Historical significance. Beyond being a showpiece, the X5 Le Mans holds symbolic importance. It served as a proving ground for the concept of high-performance SUVs long before the X5M and X6M existed. The experiment showcased the viability of combining motorsport tech with SUV form, likely influencing BMW's decision to eventually produce the first-generation X5M based on the E70 in 2009. Paragraph 7. Why it matters today. Watching this video in 2025 underscores how visionary this single, one-off concept was. In an era saturated with performance SUVs, the Le Mans feels both ahead of its time and untouchable, a raw, wild interpretation of what an SUV could be. Its visceral spectacle, both visually and sonically, taps into enthusiast fantasies. V12 power, manual shifts, and a Nürburgring pace, all packaged in a sport utility body. Paragraph 8. Final thoughts. In sum, the BMW X5 Le Mans concept, as showcased in the video, is an intoxicating blend of audacity and engineering ingenuity. It wasn't meant for production, but it screamed possibility. Every rev, every visual cue, every lap time nods to BMW testing the limits of performance SUVs. The video review leaves you exhilarated and reminded that sometimes the wildest experiments are the most inspiring. Key specs recap. Engine, 6.1 LS70 and 3 V12, 700 HP, 720 Nm torque, 0 to 100 km per hour, 4.6, 4.7 s top speed, 278 km/h official, 311 km/h with lighter config weight, 130 kg, 4,695 pounds. Features: 6-speed manual, AWD, carbon ceramic brakes, lowered ride, bucket seats.